NSFW, what's the best thing that happened to you in Truth or Dare? Was dared to catch a frisbee in my teeth from across the yard. So, walked outside and across the yard. Girl wound up, threw the frisbee. Figured this ought to be funny when it bounces off my face, and as a total king fluke, actually caught it in my teeth. I wasn't even playing and someone dared a girl I liked to kiss me. That someone became a very good friend. We dared this girl to give a friend of mine a lap dance using the first song that came up when he shuffled his entire song library. Seems pretty normal until she had to give a 3-minute lap dance to Cats in the Cradle. Sherry was dared to spend 10 minutes in a dark room nearby den with the guy of her choice. She chose me. Turned out to be a setup. Her best friend knew that Sherry had a crush on me and made this happen. Anyway, it was the hottest, fastest makeout session to date for me. We were both naked above the waist and she had her hand in my zipper. At 10 minutes there was an unwelcome knock on the door. Crush sat on my lap the rest of the game. My little soldier had a hard time staying focused. Good times though. I got to motorboat a girls. It was in a hotel during a school sport trip. My best friend knew I liked her and did me a solid. Wasn't me but a girl was dared to mirror what I do, so I made her hug a guy I knew liked her. Edit. For all the people saying I should have blown him, she only mirrored what I did, so I would have had to have given the air one top tier BJ. Got dared to ignore getting tits rubbed in my face for a minute. Why boy can poker face like a champion. Best minute of my teenage life. Edit. To clear a couple of things up. It was a woman rubbing her boobs in my face and they weren't clothed. So not best, but a truth or dare story nonetheless. 5th grade. Crush gets dared to kiss me. Crush looks at me and goes ooh gross. He's fat. And that was that. If this is going to be copy and pasted in a BuzzFeed article, please include this. You, Larry. I won $20 by doing a dare in which I ran outside in my underwear when it was sleeting outside. Was sitting outside at a college campus and was dared to yell, "I love you" to the next person I saw. I did and this dude yells it back and keeps walking. We go back and forth getting louder and louder as he walks off. Best reaction ever. I dared a girl I was hot for to give me a big fat kiss. Our 14th wedding anniversary was last week. Found out a girl had a crush on me. Unfortunately it was the girl I hate. A guy told me I was beautiful and that he was too shy to always tell me that cause he thought I was way out of his league. Made out with and low-key felt up. My older next door neighbor had a crush on her for a while before then, so it's a very fond memory. Girl got dared to spin the bottle and give a job to whoever it lands on right in front of everybody. The bottle didn't point at me, but I had a nice view right next to the girl it did land on. Apparently, she had experience dining at the Y. Groupers were in these tunnels that we like to hang out in, and our friend was dared to give me a job, which she actually did. Best 10 seconds I ever had down there. Ended up dating on and off for the next 2 years or so. I went to an acquaintance's birthday. We spoke maybe 10 times prior. After a while she was down to just her bra and panties. That's when she was dared to seduce me. Well, she was kind of awkward, so her version of seduction was just to tackle me while we were both near naked. That was a great night and we are celebrating our first year of marriage next weekend. Someone dared me to kiss a lady that I happened to have a thing for anyway. It was a very long time before we stopped kissing. Dated her for 3 years. Great lady, always a little sad it didn't work out. Kissed the girl that would later become my first ever girlfriend, but is now my ex. It was a good 2 years though. Truth. What's the most interesting place you've had sex? I've never had sex, not in a bed. Oh, do I have a 2001 Grand Am backseat for you? I had a 2001 Grand Am backseat for her. I chose truth every time because I was super boring and had nothing to hide. I got made fun of that weekend, but Monday morning the nasty one Abe popular bitch went around spreading everyone's secrets and the ridiculous dares they did. Everyone except me. Boring for the win. A girl, I didn't have a crush on her, but she was nice. Flashed me. She also let me fondle her. I know it's lame considering some of the responses here, but that's what I got. Sex house. I'm now a respectable employee at a respectable IT firm that would be thoroughly appalled at my past. But when I was at university, there was a house a couple of streets down that was essentially orgy central, and it all started with a game of truth or dare. I played truth or dare in a pub in my hometown. It was pretty normal for me and my friends and their friends to play that there, because none of us were afraid to do anything except getting naked or something like that. I got a dare to kiss a girl to my right, decided not to do so, even though she was up for that. Later that evening I saw her with her boyfriend. I'm relieved that I decided to dodge a bullet there. My then girlfriend dared our friend to do some sex stuff with me. I ended up leaving then GF for that girl. Me and that girl have now been together for 8 years, married for 3, have a beautiful daughter and hopefully another on the way soon. Best truth or dare game ever. This wasn't during a game, but I dared a friend to submit an application to a job she was scared of applying for because she felt she was underqualified. She ended up getting it and was really happy I gave her the push to get her to do it. Even though the thing didn't happen to me, it was still a nice feeling having something good happen to someone because you dared them. Not me, but I was at the circle doing it. One of the really hot girls there was dared to, without her hands, take the Invisalign out of the guy's mouth sitting next to her and have it in the entire night. Everyone went quiet and looked at her. Without hesitation grabs the guy and with her tongue takes it out of his mouth and into hers. She was supposed to keep it in the rest of the night, but it didn't fit her properly and she only had it for about 30 minutes. Most ballsy thing I've ever seen someone do. I was playing truth or dare with my sister's friends and I dared one of them to do something, and after one of them says, "You could have dared someone to kiss you and you would have gotten your first kiss." That immediately set a light off in my head, and later in the night I asked if I could kiss her and I did. So I got to kiss a really pretty girl. Got to play my very first and only truth or dare game when I moved to the US for college with a bunch of people who I would characterize as moderately to severely religious. I was not, but those were the first people I had met, so I went with it. Needless to say, it was tame and clean. Worst thing someone got dared to do was walk up to a stranger and sing the national anthem. Reading all the responses here, I never imagined the game could be so interesting and sexually charged. I definitely missed out. One of the funniest things I've ever seen. We were too old to be playing truth or dare, like 20 years old. My friend had only seen in his dad's Playboys. He hadn't even kissed a girl yet. Some woman was dared to show everyone her. My friend was silently stoked. He didn't cheer out loud, but I knew he was king giddy. As the woman lifted her shirt and bra, some other goober leaned right in front of my friend and blocked his view. It was over before my friend could react. He complained about it for weeks. We've laughed about it for years. My friend had a game called Cosmopolitan Truth or Dare. It was a card game that had a truth or a dare question on it. We played with a set of twins once who pulled a dare that read cover your chests in whipped cream and rub them together, and they actually did it. I had invited all of my co-workers over to my parents' house after work, including my crush. I was 19 at the time. The night was dying down, and I drunkenly told my friend I was crushing hard. He said, "I got you." It was me, him, his GF and my crush, and he started daring all of us to do really sexually charged things. Moon, get naked, moan, etc. His GF then dared her to kiss me, which she did. He then dared her to have sex with me, which she did. This was all consensual, by the way. The sexual energy had been building all night and this was just the natural progression. She did have a big though. I was at a neighborhood party, smaller get together. 4 of my friends and 4 of the neighborhood girls. As everyone was going to sleep/hooking up, I was with a girl on a couch in my buddy's living room. She wasn't my type. She goes, "So truth or dare?" As she starts cuddling up next to me, I said, "You go first." She says, "You're the guy, you should go first." I said, "Don't ladies always go first?" That bought just enough time for my friend's mom to come home and kick everyone out. I was so happy because I didn't have it in me to tell this girl no. I was going to give her a charity hookup. Then a year later, I got super drunk at another friend's party and made out with her in the bathroom immediately after losing my virginity to her friend. Weird night lol. Last week on one camp I got dared to jump into a bush. Yeah, kinda lame, but I also dared my friend to run only in his trunks all over the main square park. The best thing is that it has been recorded and afterwards he sent it to his mum. As dream came true. I was with my GF, one of her friends and my best friend. We did some truth or dare. Everyone in the room kissed with each other, with the exception being me and my best friend. We are not gay, and my girlfriend and my best friend. Later that evening the girl randomly started kissing my best friends, while me and my GF were playing Guitar Hero in the same room. After that, she came home with us, and we had a proper trio with her. That was one for the books. Our truth or dare / spin the bottle games evolved to everyone deciding that leaving things to chance took too long, so instead we ensured the action got shared around each time. Basically guys would go in a group, girls would go in a group and everyone would pick a number. Whoever's number matched was who you made out with that round. Except the guys just went back and agreed I'm whatever Evan is okay, I'm whatever Sarah is and so on. That was a fun year. I was dared to turn a specific girl on, so I nibbled on her earlobe while whispering that I thought she was sexy as in a slightly husky voice. I'm an overweight guy, not someone you'd say was good looking, so she didn't think I could and had been laughing. She hadn't realized she was into that and turned bright red and moaned a little, and I won the dare. My friend group made fun of her for the rest of the night. She ended up going home with me and we found more of her erogenous zones. I was dared to get totally naked in front of the 5 girls that were playing with us. I was quite drunk so I did. Funnily enough, in the following 6 years I dated all 5 of them, not at the same time. And no, I'm absolutely average in that department. Was playing strip truth or dare with my then GF and another couple guy and girl that were FWB. We all are in our underwear and I dared the girls to make out with tongue. They completed the dare score. However the girls then dared us guys to make out. If we didn't, we had to take off our boxers. I agreed, but the other guy didn't. Despite his efforts to conceal and turn around so we couldn't see him. There was a mirror. We saw him. All of him. But hey, I at least found my kink that day. I like to watch my fiance with other girls. At a friend's house for a party, there were something like 20 to 30 of us there. Most of the other girls were getting dared to kiss or flash the guys. I got dared to spank a guy with a ping pong paddle. I think they were expecting I'd do a girly little smack and just call it a day. Nope. I broke the paddle over his backside and he couldn't sit for the rest of the evening. 4 years after those friends would introduce me to new people by telling that story. We were like 18 or 19 playing tea or deer at a bonfire. There were 6 of us. Me, my female friend and her friends. 3 boys and 3 girls. My friend, female, was dared to give me a BJ. I laughed thinking nothing of it as I'd known her for several years and we'd never done anything remotely sexual with each other. Next thing I know, she's standing up and taking my by the hand to my car. Honestly one of the best BJs I've ever had. Definitely thought of her differently after that night. A guy dared me to kiss the prettiest girl in the room. He added that he specified girl for my benefit because otherwise I would have to kiss him. My girlfriend was sitting right next to me, but honestly at this point I was pretty sick of her, so I absent-mindedly just followed my heart and kissed another girl which I was crushing super hard on. Needless to say, things got pretty awkward afterwards.